Assalamualaikum. I hope all of you are in good health, and today I am going to be giving an informative speech. Have you ever wondered about the type of keyboard that you are using? Maybe you want a keyboard that's easier to press or one that looks nice according to your preference. Well, you are in luck because today my speech might help you find the keyboard that is perfect for you. I'm going to talk about mechanical keyboard, which is a type of keyboard often used by many across the world due to their features. I'm going to start with the history of mechanical keyboard. After that, I am going to go into the mechanical keyboard structures, and finally I will elaborate on the customizability of mechanical keyboard. I'm going to start with the history of mechanical keyboard. Mechanical keyboard first appeared in 1972, the first mass-produced version of mechanical keyboard, which was named ALPS SCB1A163. Mechanical keyboard used to come together with computers in the mid-1970s to early 1990s. However, by the early 1990s, the manufacturers were starting to cut costs and they replaced mechanical keyboards with rubber domes. What rubber domes is basically the type of keyboards that's on your laptop, the one that feel hard to press. Many companies then stopped producing mechanical keyboard altogether. Companies such as IBM and so on, they stopped releasing their mechanical keyboard series. This, however, did not continue. In around 2004, mechanical keyboards started to appear into the market again. For example, the Matthias Tactile Pro, which was titled as the king of keyboard by its user that year. Since we are done with the history of mechanical keyboard, I will move on into the structures of mechanical keyboard. Mechanical keyboard structures, I'm going to split this into two parts, and that's the necessary part of a mechanical keyboard and the cosmetics. First, I'm going to start from top to bottom. First part is the keycaps. The keycaps is basically the part that you physically touch, where the button is labeled with an alphabet. For example, a standard US English keyboard will have an alphabet of the English language and other signs on them like a dollar sign, etc. The keycaps on mechanical keyboard can be changed most of the times. Next, the switch. The switch is located below the keycaps and are responsible for registering your input. When you click your mechanical keyboard, the switch will send the input to the PCB. What is PCB, you might wonder? I will explain that later. Below the switch, we have the top case. It's basically a case that holds everything in the keyboard together. And below the top case, we have the plate. Also have the same function as the top case. It is to strengthen the structure of mechanical keyboard. And below the plate, we have the gasket. The gasket functions just like any other gasket. It helps isolate the keyboard internal from outside material such as dust particles and spill liquids. Below the gasket, we have the PCB. The PCB stands for printed circuit board. It helps give input to the computer according to your key press. Below the PCB, we have the O-rings. The O-rings help dampen the contact between keycaps and mechanical switch. It's basically a type of shock absorber for mechanical keyboards. And after that, we have the bottom case. It's basically a case used to close the bottom of the keyboard. Next, I'll talk about the add-on, which is a badge, usually located at the leftmost corner of a mechanical keyboard. It serves as a cosmetic only and has no functional purpose. Now that I have already told you about the history of mechanical keyboards and the detail of its structures, I'm going to talk about the third main point, which is the customizability of mechanical keyboards. The first parts that can be customized in a mechanical keyboard are the switch. The switch can be changed depending on your preference. There are three types of switch. linear switch, red switch, which is the red switch, tactile switch, which is the brown switch, and the clicky switch, which is the blue switch. All of these keyboard switch can be easily replaced if it is not broken. How easy it is to replace also depend on the type of keyboard that you are using. There are a few types, however the most common ones are hot swappable and not hot swappable. If the keyboard is not hot swappable, you would need a soldering tools to switch out the mechanical keyboard switch. Next, the keycaps can also be changed. You can change it by taking it off, either by using your finger or a specialized tool. As there is many types or variant of keycap sets sold online. They are usually sold for a pretty cheap price, usually below 40 or 50 ringgit and so on. Keycaps is also made with many types of material such as wood, metal, plastics. Next, the customizable parts is the case. There are different types of case, its own size and angle. There are 100% keyboard, 84%, 80%, 75%, 65%, 60%, and so on. Just like keycaps, case can also be made with a variety of material such as plastic, cheap but resistant to physical impact, aluminum, durable, feels solid and stable, and stainless steel, which is heavier but impact and bend resistant. The last part of mechanical keyboard that you can customize is the cables. I hope that I have made it clear to everyone about the history of mechanical keyboard, the appeal of its structure and customizability. Now that you already know all the important information about mechanical keyboard. As a conclusion, mechanical keyboard was produced at the year 1970s, faded into obscurity by 1990s and returned to the market at early 2000s. Mechanical keyboard is a combination of many parts such as keycap, switches, plate, PCB, gasket, and case, and each of them is vital. You can also customize some part of mechanical keyboard according to your preference. That is all for me. Thank you very much.